Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be discussing an action-adventure fantasy film conquering the demons. Spoiler ahead. Watch out and take care. A long time ago in a Chinese fishing village, a little girl played by a lake while her father got ready for work. When the girl felt sad about her father leaving, he joined her in the water to cheer her up. Suddenly, something from below pulled him into the water, and he started thrashing around. The girl didn't realize he was in danger and kept laughing until he vanished, leaving blood in the water. The villagers hired a demon hunter who used chants and bombs to create a big explosion in the lake, astonishing everyone. They managed to capture a massive stingray, and the hunter insists that a demon possessed this creature, leading to the death of the earlier man. The villagers are relieved the monster is caught, but someone in the crowd disagrees, saying it's just a normal stingray, not a demon. This person, Tang, is a demon hunter and an apprentice monk. Another demon hunter hears this and accuses Tang of helping the demon. The villagers turn angry and attack Tang, eventually tying him up as a punishment. People start going into the water, thinking it's safe, while Tang watches helplessly. Their celebration comes to a sudden halt when a huge creature swallows a woman, leaving everyone in shock. People scramble back to the shore, thinking they're safe on land, but the monster's long tongue grabs villagers and proves them wrong. The little girl from earlier tries to reach her mother, but the creature seizes the opportunity, grabbing the child and pulling her toward the water. Villagers rush to help and manage to cut off the monster's tongue, rescuing the girl at the edge of a bridge. However, the creature leaps up and snatches the girl again, this time swallowing her whole. The mother, filled with rage, dives into the lake to save her daughter, while Tang struggles to free himself from the ropes. The sight of the enormous monster emerging from the water terrifies the mother, and she shakes with a mix of fear and anger as she stares back at the creature. She pleads with the creature to release her child, but the demon ignores her pleas and engulfs her too. The monster wreaks havoc, causing buildings to crumble and people to stumble. Amid the chaos, a baby starts sliding toward the lake, away from its mother. Fortunately, Tang breaks free and leaps down to the platform. He redirects the sliding baby towards himself, snatching it up. The enormous creature charges at him, but Tang manages to evade its attack, using the platform's advantage to trap the monster. With the creature pinned, Tang leaps toward safety among the people, reuniting the baby with its mother. Tang notices that the imposter demon hunter is hiding in fear. Suddenly, a gigantic woman emerges from the crowd, her every step causing tremors. She leaps onto the platform, sending the monster soaring into the air. The creature crashes down, landing on top of the fake demon hunter before he can escape. The creature starts transforming slowly, shifting into a harmless-looking young man. The villagers want to attack him, but Tang intervenes, suggesting a different approach. The man takes out musical instruments and a book titled 300 Nursery Rhymes, planning to use his musical talents to change the monster's nature from evil to good. Tang's off-key singing confuses both the demon and the audience. The man's singing and performance are so terrible that they drive the creature into a frenzy. The demon violently attacks the man, wreaking havoc around them. Just as Tang is about to be overwhelmed, a woman named Duan steps in. She battles the demon, ultimately capturing it in a magical cloth and transforming it into a doll. It turns out Duan is also a demon hunter. When Tang shows her his tools for dealing with monsters, she bursts into hysterical laughter. The villagers express their gratitude to Duan for being their true savior, as her actions have saved them from the monster's threat. Tang feels disappointed by the unsuccessful attempt, but his master consoles him, explaining that changing evil into goodness is a challenging task. The master informs Tang about another demon he must face, residing in a nearby restaurant, using human flesh in their cooking. Under the cover of the night, Tang reaches the demon's restaurant and enters. He finds the place bustling with people enjoying their meals. A woman approaches Tang and offers to guide him, but he quickly sees through the illusions and demands to see her true form. The demon woman lunges at Tang, causing him to flee. Just in time, Duan arrives and intervenes, repeatedly striking the demon woman until she turns to dust. Duan continues her assault, using her rings to dismantle the other demons in the restaurant one by one. The woman's cry summons her boss, a young man sneaking up behind her. Duan swiftly engages the demon, launching into a fierce battle. The woman gains the upper hand, delivering a powerful blow that sends the man sprawling across the room. With determination, she conjures multiple rings, launching them at the demon's face. The onslaught reveals the true nature of the creature, as the man's skin breaks away to reveal a pig's snout. The demon counters, defending himself using a rake and aggressively closing in on the woman. His furious swings force Duan to defend herself, but she manages to evade the final strike, escaping unscathed. Seizing an opportunity, she leaps behind the creature and starts a relentless assault, prompting the monster to reveal its actual form, a demon pig. Duan immobilizes the pig demon's arms and calls for Tang's assistance. She has confined the demon's essence within its throat and requires Tang to extract it from the pig. The man struggles to gather the courage needed for the task, finding it incredibly challenging due to the hideous appearance of the monster. Fortunately, a stroke of chaos causes Tang to stumble and accidentally kiss the pig, absorbing the demon into his mouth. Duan swiftly takes the essence from Tang and seals it in her bag, but the demon's power proves too overwhelming. It grows larger, ultimately breaking free and revealing its monstrous form. As the building collapses around them, the two flee to the safety of a nearby lake. Duan, injured, collapses in pain. In an unusual turn of events, she exposes her body to show her injuries and then instructs the main character to apply pressure to her wounds to stop the bleeding. Tang complies, despite injuring himself in the process. Strangely, he doesn't seem to mind the discomfort. When Duan closes her eyes and moves in for a kiss, the man suddenly realizes his identity as a monk and hastily retreats from her, presumably to avoid any potential complications or responsibilities in the future. The following day, Tang returns to his master, admitting his failure once more. The old man advises him that to defeat the pig monster, he must seek the assistance of the king of all demons, Wukong. This formidable entity had been imprisoned 500 years ago by the gods for causing chaos in the heavens. During his nighttime journey through the forest, Tang falls into a trap set by a seemingly hostile group of people. However, it is revealed that they are all part of Duan's team, and she has a plan to compel Tang into marrying her, no matter what. Despite her intentions, Tang declines, stating that his monk's principles require him to love all beings equally, making romantic love impossible. Enraged by his refusal, Duan locks Tang up, contemplating her next course of action. Duan's sister attempts to encourage her to embrace a more feminine approach and use her dancing skills to attract Tang. However, witnessing Duan's less than stellar dance moves, her sister resorts to using a talisman to control Duan's actions while she attempts to seduce the monk. Things take an unexpected turn as the charm malfunctions, causing Duan to accidentally strike Tang multiple times. Overwhelmed with guilt, she flees the room. Meanwhile, the sister starts dancing, and to everyone's surprise, Tang imitates her dance moves in front of the guards who have rushed in. The guards witness Tang's comical dancing and proceed to physically reprimand him until the sister intervenes upon realizing the mishap. Their light-hearted moment is abruptly disrupted when they spot the pig demon's arrival. Frantically, the group rushes into their vehicle and speeds away, desperately trying to escape. Despite their efforts, the demon pig catches up and charges directly at them. In a brave act, Duan pushes Tang off the car just in time, sacrificing his safety before the demon crashes into the group, causing destruction all around. Fortunately, the crash leaves everyone unscathed, but they find themselves trapped by the vengeful demon. The creature is determined to seek retribution against their guild leader for their previous encounter. Out of nowhere, a man with a fierce tiger-like presence charges at the demon, overpowering it and launching it into the air with a powerful kick. The monster is forced to retreat. This man is revealed to be another demon hunter, accompanied by a fearsome fighter named Mighty Foot, as well as Prince Important and his 4 beautiful nannies, who constantly shower the surroundings with flower petals. However, the nannies seem to struggle with following orders and inadvertently embarrass Prince Important by addressing him by that title. A dispute ensues among the newcomers over who should take down the pig demon, much to Tang's frustration. He criticizes them, accusing them of being motivated by money and vanity rather than a genuine dedication to demon hunting. Tang demands that Duan return the nursery rhymes she took from him and admonishes her for wasting his time. This infuriates Duan, leading her to tear the book into pieces and throw it into the air. She unleashes her anger on Tang, hitting him while claiming that he would have died long ago without her. Tang rises in silence, observing Duan's attempts to flirt with the prince, likely to evoke jealousy. He chooses to walk away, leaving her looking despondently after him. After a long journey across various landscapes, Tang eventually reaches a peculiar mountain covered in lily pads despite the absence of water. He notices a large lily flower growing through what seems to be a hole and decides to jump in. Inside, he encounters a bizarre-looking man who repeatedly hugs and kisses him. Tang realizes this must be Wukong and seeks his help to defeat the pig demon. However, Wukong is more interested in escaping the place and tries to manipulate Tang into removing a seal, claiming it can capture the monster. Tang remains vigilant and doesn't fall for the ploy, frustrating Wukong. In a bid to escape, Wukong becomes trapped by the roots in the cave, which begin to punish him for his defiance. Tang's compassion for Wukong leads him to offer the demon a banana, which in turn softens Wukong's disposition. Wukong proceeds to reveal how to defeat the pig monster. Since the demon was once deeply in love with his wife, they must entice the monster with a beautiful woman dancing under the moonlight. This will lure the pig demon into the cave, allowing Wukong to ensnare it. Duan unexpectedly enters the cave upon hearing the plan and volunteers to be the bait for the pig demon. Tang urges her to leave, but Wukong begins to flirt with her while teaching her to dance. Tang's visible discomfort during this affectionate interaction suggests his true affection for Duan. When night falls, Duan dances under the moonlight as Tang provides the music for her, setting the plan into motion. Tang watches Duan's dance, his feelings for her deepening with each graceful move. Suddenly, a monstrous roar pierces the air, signaling the arrival of the pig demon. Wukong engages in a conversation with the creature from inside the cave, enticing the monster to peer under the lilies, which leads to its complete capture within the seal of the gods. Duan swiftly transforms the pig demon into a doll and hands both it and the captured monster to Tang. She intends to marry Tang and even puts a ring on his finger. However, Tang's strong resistance becomes evident, as he vehemently rejects the idea of being in a relationship with her. Duan, noticing his distress, removes the ring herself and attempts to return the reassembled nursery rhyme book. Tang, consumed by anger, refuses to accept the book. Observing Tang's unwavering determination, Duan departs with tears in her eyes, vowing not to follow him any longer. Tang emerges from the cave, gazing at the moon with a heavy heart, grappling with the pain of his suppressed emotions. He hears Wukong's request to remove the lily flower obstructing the entrance, as the demon desires to bask in the moonlight as well. Tang obliges and cuts off the flower, but the situation takes a dark turn as the lilies suddenly ignite in flames. Wukong's maniacal laughter echoes from the cave before he erupts in a fiery explosion that materializes right before Tang. The demon seizes Tang and hurls him away, then catches him beneath the mountain, taunting him for being so easily manipulated into unleashing the Demon King. Tang informs Wukong that he hasn't escaped the watchful gaze of Buddha, even at this moment. Enraged, Wukong violently rips off Tang's hair, leaving nothing behind, but is frustrated to discover that Tang's resolve remains unshaken. Suddenly, the demon senses a presence behind him and discovers the arrival of the three demon hunters. The Fist of the North Star, ready to attack the Demon King, is swiftly countered by Wukong, who lunges forward and fatally bites down on the hunter's throat. Seeing this, Mighty Foot undergoes a transformation, growing a colossal leg the size of a school bus, and delivers a powerful kick that propels the monkey demon backward. The elderly man leaps into the air and attempts to stomp Wukong, but the Monkey King effortlessly pierces through the old man's feet and kicks him skyward, sending him crashing into the prince. Wukong dismisses the nanny's concern for the old man and orders them to dispose of him. He then hurls a barrage of swords at the demon, forcing Wukong to take flight to evade the relentless assault. The Demon King draws his own weapon, expertly deflecting the incoming swords. Unperturbed, the prince gathers all the discarded weapons into one formidable projectile and hurls it toward the airborne monkey demon. The potent attack manages to fracture the demon's staff and shatters upon impact with Wukong, ultimately breaking against a wall. Wukong responds with a furious roar, unleashing a shockwave that reduces the demon hunters to dust. With the focus now on Tang, Duan unexpectedly leaps to his defense, despite his previous words. Armed with her rings, she attacks Wukong, but the Demon King easily deflects the strikes, causing her weapons to crumble. Her charge toward Wukong is halted as he strikes her head, sending her tumbling backward. As Tang crawls toward Duan, she whispers to him, questioning if he ever truly loved her. Overcome with emotion, Tang tearfully confesses his love, expressing that he has loved her since the moment they first met. Upon hearing his heartfelt admission, Duan passes away with tears in her eyes. Tang holds her, kisses her, and takes her ring, placing it on his finger as a poignant remembrance. Before Tang can fully grieve, Wukong seizes Duan's body and hurls it into the air, obliterating it into countless fragments. Sensing a shift in the situation, Wukong abruptly retreats, only to discover that Tang has finally released all his earthly attachments. Tang commences reading the reassembled book that Duan prepared, reciting its words and conjuring a colossal Buddha that casts its watchful gaze over the entire planet. The immense statue extends its palm toward the earth, initiating a seismic shockwave as it descends into the atmosphere, its hand igniting in flames. Refusing to yield, Wukong channels his remaining energy and undergoes a rapid transformation into King Kong, towering over all and roaring in unbridled rage. The colossal palm of the Buddha approaches relentlessly, while Wukong, desperate and determined, concentrates his power and changes into a colossal form to counter it, straining under the titanic pressure as he endeavors to halt the impending strike. Defeated by the overwhelming power of the deity, the demon is crushed beneath the colossal hand of the Buddha. Wukong is transported into a different dimension, where Tang has successfully vanquished the demon. In an unexpected turn, Tang removes Duan's ring and places it on the monkey's head, making Wukong his new disciple. Tang's master informs him that he is now prepared for the journey to the west. Tasked with acquiring the holy scriptures from India, Tang will be accompanied by the demons who have become his students. Together, they will strive to alleviate the suffering of humanity. And here the movie comes to a close. Thank you for watching our recap. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and feel free to explore our other recaps.